Good morning, everybody. Today is November 18th, 2023, and I'm Cheryl Echeverria. If this is the first time you are visiting us today on YouTube, this is Talk Travel with Cheryl, where I bring you travel news and specials a few days a week. And on Sundays, we do a full hour of Sundays with Cheryl. On all things travel, we take your questions and comments from the week and we answer them for you. So please remember to hit the bell, comment, subscribe, and please comment below and check out our past videos. We really hope you'll enjoy us. Echeverria Travel's been in business 17 years. We are a full service travel agency. We do cruises, land, bucket list destinations, and so much more. Our preferred clients are adult only, 55 plus, veterans, those with able bodies, and disabled as well. I am disabled. If I came out around people with disabilities, sorry about that. And topics of conversation for today are what not to wear on a cruise ship that can get you banned for life, what you cannot pack and bring with you on a cruise ship that could get you banned for life. A recent Carnival cruise ship, a passenger approached the cruise director of Carnival Cruise Lines and questioned why a service dog was on the cruise ship when the passenger or client didn't look disabled and the service animal didn't look like a service animal. Some people really. And finally, search was called off on a passenger that went overboard on the Carnival Glory Monday night. And we'll go into that further, but please remember this is Thanksgiving month, and all month long we are offering Good Friday, Black Friday options through November 30th. And one of our Black Friday offers this week is last minute sandals resorts, whether you're staying at Sandals and the Grill with the 7-mile long beaches, or going to the new Dunn's River resorts over in Dunn's River, Jamaica. Maybe you want to go to one of the newer resorts, Barbados. Sandals Barbados has been #1 nominated by all the cruise and travel awards as the #1 new all-inclusive resort in the Caribbean, or maybe Curacao, or even the lush and beautiful St. Lucia. We could stay at 1, play at 3. Great offer, book last minute through December of this year and travel through December of this year. Stay 3 days, get a 4th night free. Don't wait on these, they will not last long. So call me at 631-456-5394 or reservations at echeveriatravel.com. Please allow 24 hours for a response. And we have been sandal certified specialists for, oh my goodness, about 16 years now. So remember that, and we look forward to working with you. And sandals is for adult couples in love only. Beaches is the one for everybody. So let's get started. As I mentioned, what not to wear. Yes, please do not bring or wear camouflage on your cruise, whether it's a bathing suit, whether it's a top, pair of pants, whatever it is. It's a big no-no, especially if you're going to certain islands and stuff. They will not allow it. It could be one of a million things, but guess what? Somebody was arrested in the Bahamas for wearing camouflage. They brought this person back to the ship. They had a conniption. It actually says on your cruising contracts, not my invoices, your cruising contracts, and this is all of them, what not to wear, what not to bring with you. The other thing what not to bring with you is CBD and marijuana. More and more cruise ports are having people getting searched for CBDs. We know that many of you use these things to relax or help you sleep. Guess what? It's not allowed. It's considered an illegal drug in some countries. Yes, it's legal here in some states, but not all of them. Please remember, do not bring this. You could be banned from that cruise line for life. I don't care if it was in your pocketbook, if you forgot to take it out. Check everything. Again, this is an item that is listed on your cruise contract with every single cruise out there. So if you love your cruise line, don't get banned. They have drug sniffing dogs now at all the cruise ports. They have security. They have the police. It's a very serious situation. This is the second time, I think in 6 months, that I have mentioned this, and it's out there. This is a real thing. So please remember that. Another issue that happened. Now, many of you know that I am disabled myself. I'm legally blind. You can't tell by my eye here. I have been legally blind since the age of 35, and I've used the service animal. I've had a guide dog for many years, and I was an advocate with the National Federation of the Blind. We have a guide dog division called NAGDU, National Association of Guide Dog Users, and it's a serious thing. Whether you're blind, whether you're deaf, whether you're autistic, whether you're in a wheelchair, there's many people with invisible disabilities out there that maybe you don't even know. Some blind people don't even look blind. Okay, I'm just bringing this up because a passenger who was not disabled saw this other passenger. They don't know each other, and this person is legally blind and had a service animal who happened to be a poodle, a standard poodle. And this person had an issue stating, this person was in a casino. How could they be in the casino if they're blind? Why are they bringing the dog into the food venues, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera? So they complained to John Held, who is the head of cruise directors. If you're on Facebook and on the Carnival pages, he's very popular. Everybody knows John, and this person complained to John Held, and he kind of educated the client on it. I mean, it is covered by the ADA that cruise lines must allow service animals on the cruise ships, especially if you're departing from the United States. If it's a cruise outside of the United States and you're getting on the ship at a country outside the United States, you need to make sure that you have the proper permits for bringing your dog into that country. Some countries do not allow animals into their country, and you got to make sure. I will try to help you, but that's your responsibility to get the right permits for your service animal. So let me just educate all of you out there. Anybody with a medical recognized disability, I'm not talking about somebody who's using a comfort animal. I'm not talking about somebody that just wants to bring Fufu on board and put them in a harness. That's not considered a service animal, okay? Only thing you're allowed to ask somebody that is bringing a service animal on board is what the animal does. And 9 out of 10 times, the person knows I'm blind. I use the service dog for guiding me. I'm in a wheelchair. The dog opens and closes doors for me. I'm deaf. More and more children now are using dogs that help keep them calm for autism and so much more. Even diabetics have dogs that will alert them if especially if they're very brittle, whether their sugar is dropping. Same thing with people that have seizures and all that. There's so many different types of dogs and so many different varieties of dogs. They do not have to be your standard Labrador Retriever or a German Shepherd. Many people even have Dobermans. Some people with other disabilities have little dogs. I know somebody many, many years that is diabetic. She's very brittle, and she has a small dog because she doesn't want a big dog that does alert her when she's having when her sugar's dropping, so that way she could take medication or correct the issue. Sometimes you don't even know your sugar's dropping when you're diabetic. That's how brittle this lady is. But yes, also poodles are becoming more and more recognized as a service animal because poodles have hair similar to humans, and a lot of times that a handler, that's what we're called, are allergic to dog hair. So poodle has similar kind of dander to ours, so it's less allergenic to us. So some people have Doberman pinchers, some people have collies. There's a guide dog school here in Florida, Southeastern, that has collies as service animals. So you can't just go by a book by its cover. The same thing with somebody being legally blind. It doesn't mean you have to be totally blind. Like I said, I have no vision in my left eye, but I use a cane, my husband, and in the past, a service dog because I can't see in shadows when it's dark out, and it low lighting and being outside sometimes in the sun, it's hard to see where you're walking in, and the dog helps you get around. So please be respectful. You could always go up to the person who has a service animal and say, hey, is that a service animal? I wasn't sure. Remember, don't pet the dog. The dogs are working. And ask, hey, I'm just trying to educate myself. Can I ask what the dog does? And if that person wants to answer you, fine. If not, please do not make them feel bad. It's hard enough to travel with a service animal, and we want to do that. Also, service animals are allowed any place that we're allowed in. If you're going to a restaurant, they're allowed in the restaurant. If you're going to the casino, they're allowed in the casino. You cannot ask a person to leave because you're allergic to the dog. Don't be crying and screaming if you don't like dogs. The dogs are not going to do anything to you. Okay, so that's with that. If you have questions, put them in the comment area below. I'll be glad to answer some of these questions for you. And finally, a sad note here, and also an educational note. Many people have been seeing these all over the internet about people falling off cruise ships into the water and they can't find them. People just don't fall off a cruise ship. Okay, it's very hard to do. And this person, unfortunately, Monday night on the Carnival of Glory, it was shown there was a man overboard, and the U.S. Coast Guard came out and did about a 5,625 square foot search for this person for almost 48 hours. They couldn't find them, but they did finally see on the video cameras from around the ship that this young man looked like he was having a good old time, jumped from his balcony onto one of the attached life rafts, because if you've never seen a cruise ship, outside of some windows, and sometimes even if you have balcony or ocean view, it says obstructed, and you could actually see the lifeboats hanging there. They're not going to go in the water unless, God forbid, anything. But he jumped on top of the life raft, I guess, either below deck or below his balcony, lost his balance and fell into the water. Okay, people get drunk on these ships. They drink way too much. They act stupid. And then they do things like this. If you're caught doing things before you jump in, you're going to be banned for life. My suggestion is if you're a drinker, go with a group. Make sure somebody is not drinking, hang out with them. I know it's very hard to do on a cruise ship when you want to have a good old time. But you know, these things are happening more and more. And this is one of the reasons that I don't go on certain cruise ships, and we do more the premium line versus the family. And remember also, people, it's not just you. There are kids on these ships. There are families on these ships. You're traveling with your family. Why put them through this? It's not good. I'm sorry to bring this up. I don't like to bring bad news up, but these things are happening more and more. And let's try to think about not just ourselves, but people back home and your own lives. Up on Facebook.com at Cheveria Travel, we have many offers that are good to good Black Friday from Globus, Farillo Tours, Virgin Voyages, Princess, Holland America, Sandals, and so much more. If you don't see a destination or a vendor that you love using, please give us a call at 631-456-5394 or reservations at cheveriatravel.com. Give us 24 hours to respond. And please remember to hit the bell, subscribe. Have a great day. And if I don't see you, happy Thanksgiving. Bye-bye.